Hey kids, it's Mark Miller here. Pouring myself a drink. Fred's with me over there. Rory's with me though.
I'm here.
That's the great news.
I am.
Fred, say hi to Rory. Rory, say hi to
I'm not sure
Fred.
it's necessarily great or news, but there you go. Hi, Fred.
Cool. I think the music might be a little loud. This is in my ears, my personal ears. Let me know if it's how it's doing for you down there too, kids. Cool. Today we're going to just adjust that a little bit right there on my volume level. It's a little high over there. Okay. And today we're going to work on TaleSpire. Get back over into that, do some hacking in that space.
Excellent.
That's what we're going to do. There's a couple things on my mind.
Do tell. What's on your mind?
Yeah, so let's talk about that. I'm going to step away from targeting for a minute. I'm going to get back to targeting, I think, probably tomorrow.
Okay.
But I want to. There's like kind of a thing I need to do, and it's going to take a moment to explain. But let's go ahead and we'll go into it. First, I'm going to bring up a spreadsheet that we use to keep track of the in-game creatures. These are the in-game creatures for the game. The most important piece in here is this TaleSpire ID.
Yep.
Heads up. Yeah. Go ahead. Let me just modify that. Okay. So TaleSpire ID. This connects the character with the TaleSpire internal ID. We need this to be able to connect the players that the players in our game with the ones we see in TaleSpire. Mm-hmm. So you'll notice only like 4 of these are filled out right now. I want to create a mechanism that allows me to select a creature. Wow, am I going to use the flashlight again? I think I'm going to use the flashlight again, but I'm going to give it a different kind of selection indicator is what I think I'm going to do.
Sure, different mode of operation for this tool of many uses.
Yeah, and when I have it, so yeah, I'm just now thinking of the UI. So I'm going to hit a button on the Stream Deck that says select, and it's going to attach it to whoever is selected, whichever in-game creature up at the top is selected. We don't have any up there now, but if I start putting some up, it looks like this.
Okay.
Like that.
And is selection a single creature event or concept?
So this is a selection. See that little bar?
Oh, yeah.
Border? We wrote this a while back, so I'm just hitting buttons on the Stream Deck. So the idea is I want to be able to say select Apollo there, then hit a button that says go click on him, and then I'm going to go click on him in TaleSpire.
So this is a tool for allowing you to associate known data within the game, so a selected person, with a token from within TaleSpire.
Yeah.
This is slightly administrative, not necessarily a thing that you'll do a lot. But once that association's made, you'll have the data in this spreadsheet and it'll know who to naturally associate, right?
Brilliant. That's a great spec, Rory. Let's do it.
It's called saving Miller some time and effort.
Whatever.
It's what programmers do best, right?
Yeah,
Is we write obscene amounts of code to save us all a whole bunch of heartache.
Related to this, when I select one of these guys like this, I want the TaleSpire character to wiggle.
Okay, that'd be cool. So, assuming that we have made an association following an initial selection at some point in its history, then reselecting that same character will wiggle the associated token.
Right, exactly. Does that make sense?
Cool.
So just go like this, we'll see them. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so now we've got to work on, so now that I wasn't anticipating this, now that I know I need a new kind of targeting mechanism, let's go in here, let's see what we've got here. We've got this kind of target on and off thing. It's very similar to this.
It is, yeah.
Kind of what we need to do. We don't need a sphere added, though. And I need something else to kind of indicate the selection.
You also need to only select, I'm assuming, the single item nearest to where the flashlight is,
Yeah, you can see this method
rather
right
than
behind
potentially
me.
a bunch of them.
Get creature closest to flashlight, get
There you go.
position. So it's very similar to this. I'm almost like I'm hesitant. I'm a little bit like, well, let's just take the class and copy it. And then, trim out what we don't need, make the changes. I'm a little bit there.
Yeah.
But having developed for so many years, I'm also like, don't do that. And
What do you think about reuse of the early part of the sequence? So the turning on the flashlight, maybe even leaving the target as the mechanic that's sort of moving around with the flashlight, and then just hitting a different button so that instead of target this thing, it's select the nearest thing.
sure, that's easy. I could do that.
Depends what effect you're after, I guess.
I could totally do that. You're right. Or let's do this. So if we do on, it adds the target disc,
Okay.
right? This is the piece, and then if diameter is greater than 0, it adds a targeting sphere.
So you could almost pass in the target object,
Yeah.
and then you could go for a third or a fourth for different modes as you see fit.
Yeah. I could do that.
What is the effect you would like to see? Because all of these things would work, but it is still very much driven by quality, I'm guessing. There's a certain
Yeah. Well,
aesthetic you're looking for.
right. No, I know. I haven't really quite figured it out yet, though.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking, yeah, you know what? I'm playing with some ideas in my head, but one of the ideas I'm playing with is a second variation of on. Which
Okay.
Just because it's really, it's yeah.
Because it's interesting. I kind of think of the flashlight, or at least in the sense that we're using it, as the Dungeon Master's hand coming in. The deity from above that is going to do well, and that's where it changes, right? Sometimes you want to target things. Sometimes you want to select. Other times, I don't know, maybe you're just going to throw a huge boulder in there and bowl everybody over. But it's sort of the presence of Dungeon Master. And so
Yeah.
there is this, you can leave it somewhat empty and not give a clue as to what's going on, or you can elect to say, well, actually, in this mode, I want it to be obvious that I am doing a different thing from normal.
No, I get it. I'm playing with some ideas. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to create a variation of on. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
And then I'm also, God, I'm fighting myself totally on this. I'm like also thinking, well, okay, I don't have a clear picture. One of the things I'm thinking is, I could take the fire, and the fire is now burning under the flashlight, and that is in the indicator that we are in that space. In fact, I think that is what I'm going to do. So we're going to say target dot select. Let's say select NPC, or maybe call it in-game creature, something like that. Select creature, maybe just call it select creature. So it'll be our target.select creature. Oh, see, and then the problem is target really has to do with targeting, and this is like this variation of it. So it's like,
Well, for what we've described so far, selection, the primary purpose is to grab that GUID from the piece in-game and associate it with the person who has been selected. Now, that's definitely a thing you can do with an NPC. Is it also something you can do with a playing character?
yes, it is, but it is not.
So it is appropriate to all creatures,
yes,
in
but
theory.
it's not something we'll need. I'm calling it select creature, but we won't ever need to do it because all the players will already have their IDs at the start of the game. It's just this is needed in the middle of the game. If we add some new creature, we want to bind it up, and we want to be able to do it very quickly. So I'm going to just call this. I'm going to create this method called add selection indicator. And that's essentially the difference between the two. Let's take this part. We don't need, oh, we do need flashlight. We do need the flashlight in there. Let's take this part right here and we'll extract this. We're going to call this prepare for selection. Like that, that's going to return the flashlight. And then we'll do the same thing up here. Okay, add selection indicator. That's going to take a transform. So I've got a targeting sphere composite effect. I actually need something kind of similar to this code right here.
Yeah.
Is what I need. I need to set my, we're not going to do that. We need to do, instead of saying targeting sphere, we're going to say targeting fire. Targeting fire composite effect. We're going to use that. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do that. Transform set parent. Okay, we're doing that. Looks like we need to pass the flashlight into it. I'm not liking this. I'm sorry.
No?
I'm not liking that at the end. I want to change it to just this. Look, it's called prepared for selection, and let's just let it only do that. Then I'm going to come in and do that afterwards. And I've got that piece.
So if not returning a flashlight, sorry, what is prepare for selection doing?
It cleans up.
Okay, so in the literal sense, it is cleaning. Yeah.
Turns on the flashlight.
Cool.
Okay. Add selection indicator. I think I'm just going to pass in the flashlight only to it, like that. Add selection indicator. So flashlight. Whoops. That.
Exactly.
Flashlight doesn't have a game object. What's wrong here? I don't understand that. Maybe because I've got so many other errors coming up, but let's kind of clear those up. So, targeting fire composite effect. We'll have to add that. That's a to-do list here for us. Still doesn't get game object. Is it no suggestions? It's not with an uppercase, is it? Why does this code work elsewhere?
Yeah.
And not here? Do I have multiple? Oh, you know what? I think it's, I have multiple flashlights, maybe. I might have more than one. No, that seems to be totally there, what I'm expecting. And look at this code works here. Flashlight with an uppercase L. Hold on.
Is everything static? I think it is, isn't it?
I think I bet I've got a lowercase L down in the, yeah, there it is right there. See it? That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Flashlight. Okay. So that's going to set its transform, so it's parented, and then it's going to set its position, so it's right at the base of the flashlight. The fire will be there. There's our targeting fire. Exception in, interesting that I'm not using name of. Let me see what's going on with exception. Oh yeah, look what I'm doing. already doing this using call remember name. So I don't really need to say where it shows up anymore, because that's going to, if I call log.exception, it's going to say where it came from. Okay, good. So targeting fire composite effect, we need to set that. Let's go see where this guy is. Is targeting sphere set. I'm not sure if I'm going to need a similar one. Will I? Maybe. Let's see who's asking this question. That might be important. All right, fine. Let's duplicate that. Targeting fire, composite effect. Okay, so I've got that one. Set targeting sphere. Turn that into set targeting fire. I'm going to pass that in, and then we need to create whatever we're doing here. All right, let's duplicate this piece here. So we're going to say set targeting sphere. Load known effects. TaleSpire effects. Let's go find that spreadsheet. We've got so many different buttons now. There it is, right there. It's just these right here. So I've got a targeting sphere, blue fire smoke.
Okay.
I might as well use this.
Yeah.
It's like here. I think it'll work. Why not? Let's give it a shot. So we're loading the known effects. We need to this sets the targeting sphere.
And does so from the JSON.
Yeah.
So good.
And then I'm going to create another one called set targeting fire. And we'll duplicate that. And
are those not both basically the same method, just with a different name of model, as it were?
well, it's got this.
Do we?
Here's the difference, and then this method is the different piece right here.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. So the blue fire smoke effect not found. So there's our targeting fire call. Load known effects. Does that. All right, fair enough. All right, so there's the command on. Now I want a command that is not on, but something else. Select creature. Interactive target mode. What's going on with this? Can allow for multiple target drops.
We don't have one that exactly represents what we're talking about here. Sort of a single creature, if you like.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't actually think we're going to need it for this, but I think I'm going to call this creature select is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create my own targeting mode, I think, for it. Whoops, not there.
Wrong one, yeah.
Creature select. Let's not make this the first, just in case there's any order-dependent code out there. Select a single creature. If we're not in creature mode, we drop the target at the flashlight and we call off. I think we need maybe one more on our set. So the idea is we call set. I'm going to say else if the mode is equal to select. We just have to get it back. We have to get what that creature is.
Yeah.
And I want to see what's going on here. It returns a creature bed, add target to nearest creature. Add target just to creature, and then we do that. I see. Okay. I think all I need is this right here.
Yes.
Well, actually, I need a kind of a variation of that. I need a get nearest creature. Like this is what I need. I'm going to make this. Looks like I'm all inside target. Okay, so that's all good. So get nearest creature is going to go there. It's going to go off of the flashlight position and use this max distance to nearest creature in feet. So we're saying 10 feet. Okay?
Yeah.
Back to where we were. We're going to say if we're here, then we're going to say return. That's going to be an else right there. Return that right there. Let me report a code rush issue. All right. Devs, I'm here. I'm trying to hit R for return. I think I may have reported this, but nothing comes in. It doesn't expand. I think it's because of this down here. That's what I think it is. I just pasted that in. Let's see if I can get you a really small test case right here. Oops. I guess that's close. R space here does nothing. Can I get you something that actually compiles and get it? Yeah, no, it works there. Is my problem that I wasn't compiling? We didn't have compilable code?
I think it's legit code. I think it's the return, the final return is being taken to be the part of the else. Of course, your insertion of the extra line will alter the structure such that it's not part of the else anymore. It's just after the else.
Yeah, we were here. It was like this kind of code right there. Let's see if we can get a little closer to this. We say if true, and I'm going to return false, else if false or true, doesn't matter. Then I'm going to say, here's where my problem was, right there. That's my problem. And then this one is going to be a return true, something like that. Make it a little more interesting. So I'm here and I want to do a return and it won't let me do it. Cannot expand the R template here. Like that. Okay, that issue has been reported. Before I do anything with that, Rory, I want to just take this and I'm going to get that to you, and then I'd like you to just put that in the. There it is. Send over to you via Skype.
Will do.
Add that to the email. Interesting. I'm wondering if we, if I should modify the bug reporting tool to have an option to take what's on the clipboard.
Interesting.
Or to maybe add another command or something like that where I can, like, you know, put something out there so it can grab it. Okay, back out to where we were. So I'm going to return get nearest creature. And that's going to return that creature, and that's should send it all the way back after we call set. So I feel like that's not bad. One thing I'm noticing is that I'm not ever resetting this to nothing at the end of this whole process. And I wonder if it makes sense for me to do something like this. Do I even have a none in here? I don't even have a none yet. I'm kind of playing with this space. I'm going to do it, I think, for now. Where am I not seeing an option to declare it? That's weird. Oh, is it that? That could totally be it. Change none to cone. Definitely don't want to do that. All right, fine. I'm going to just declare it. Still? Is it simply because I've got that? Wow.
Sorry, Mark. I've been looking away at the email. What is it you're having difficulty here?
Yeah, no worries. It's like, so check this out. In this space, it says, well, interactive targeting mode is the enum. But if I do that, it decides it's not the enum, and instead it's the property, which means I'm not able at this point to declare anything on it. If I change it back to like cone, I can then jump into cone and then add a none, that sort of thing, like that. So interesting. All right, so I'm going to set it interactive mode to none there after the set. Just a little bit of extra cleanup there. So get nearest creature, I think is going to work. Do we have everything in place? Kind of feeling like we might have everything in place. On machine number 2, let's start up OBS so we can communicate between the two.
You mean TaleSpire, right?
Well, I meant also OBS, TaleSpire as well.
Oh, okay.
Oops, I did start up TaleSpire, but did not mean to because I need to build over here on this machine. Let's do a rebuild over here. On machine number 2, let's go start up TaleSpire. Oops, I did it too fast again. Gee. There we go. Rebuild all succeeded. Now start up TaleSpire. TaleSpire's like, what? What are you doing, man? All right, now I'm starting it up. Let's see if we can switch to the second machine. That's good. Real good sign. That's OBS in the back. We'll close that down. Good, that's starting up. Next, let's go to our Stream Deck buttons. Go to my turn on targeting option here. What I want to do here is add a new, I just want to create a folder here maybe. And we're going to say select creature.
Exactly.
Thanks for your help on that email, Ron. I appreciate that. Okay, select creature.
perhaps, Mark, it's worth double checking. I wonder if that email actually sent, because I have not received anything, no matter how much refreshing I have done.
Okay. Send me
At
an
some
email
point.
just reminding me about it.
Cool,
Let's
we'll do.
that. I'll take a look at it because I can't really bring up. Well, I guess I could bring stuff up. Yeah, just send me an email. We'll work on that. Okay.
Actually,
So,
it may already have happened. Sorry, my bad.
what'd you say?
I think it may have arrived. This was a Code Rush issue here as a title, just the word here.
Cannot expand the R template here. Oh, you know what it was?
hmm
I put quotes inside the issue.
Okay.
See the chat?
Well, there is an email anyway, and it has a slightly strange title, but other than that, we're good.
Okay. Send it.
So, yeah, we'll add the code and, yeah.
Clarification. Thanks. Okay, so I've got my set right here. Let's copy that and go in here. I'm going to call this creature select for now. Put this in here. So I'll change those icons in a moment to fire. All right, so here we are in this space. Let's hit select creature. Huh. Select creature goes to select creature. How'd I mess it up?
We are calling new commands rather than having just copied old ones without a change of text.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going after. Here we go. So if it says select creature, then we say interactive mode and we say on, but I changed, that's my problem. What do we call it? Select creature. That's what I didn't change.
Okay, and we do actually have a button with the phrase select creature rather than on, right? On the Stream Deck.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
That is right there. There's the change I made there.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, it just looks like I just need to rebuild. Let's do a rebuild over here.
Okay.
Closing down TaleSpire on machine number 2. Machine number 1 doing a rebuild. Rebuild all succeeded. Starting back TaleSpire. And machine number 2. Let's copy this. Bring it down here, just so I have the ability to quickly switch monitor and between machines down here at this level. This will be cleaned up later. Yeah. This show could also be titled, "This Will Be Cleaned Up Later."
First approximation of a result.
Mm-hmm. How was your day today, Roy? Was it good, I hope?
Oh, yes. Yes, I had a good day today. All the better for being on the show, obviously. But
That's awesome. Okay. All right, here we go. And let's hit the button, select creature. Oh man. Okay, did we totally get the wrong one? That's so overkill. All right.
well, I mean, you can't miss it, right?
Yeah, that blue fire smoke thing, whatever. I think I didn't have the best name for that. We'll have to create a different one. Okay, and if I hit target creature, it does not.
We have no idea because.
Oh, it did shut it off. Okay.
I did. Okay.
It did. At first it seemed like it didn't, but I hit it a second time and it shut it off. We need to respond to
Apollo
it.
is targeted, so yeah, okay.
What'd you say?
I'm just noticing Apollo is targeted, so I think that's probably a side effect from the previous version.
Oh yeah, that might. Well, no, wait, look. It's gotta see that.
Okay.
Oh, because the target was dropped at that location.
Hmm.
Yeah. We need to not drop that. Let's go. I'm going to hit the cleanup button on the Stream Deck. Where's my cleanup button? There it is. So that manually got rid of that. Interesting. Okay, so select creature. Prepare for selection. Does not add a target disk. Okay, good. Then the next command I chose was set. So set calls set.
We're still looking at TaleSpire.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you make
There we
big,
go.
big bucks, Roy. Here's the set right there. This is all really good. Is it just all in set then if this happens then maybe? Yeah. Well,
There we go. Drop flashlight, target a flashlight. So that's regardless of whether you're finding the nearest creature or adding a target to. I guess it still is the nearest creature.
yeah. So we set it here to none. What's weird is interactive targeting mode seems to not be creature select.
Yeah. It's there though.
I don't understand that. Let's call in this. What's this? This is from Form Explorer. Okay, no worries there. That's not a problem either. Yeah, that's only called from the Form Explorer, so that's not impacting it. Yeah, I'm not following exactly why this line of code isn't just simply saying, okay, we're done, return right here. It certainly seems like we're in this space here. That's what it seems like. I do need to call off as well. It's just now occurring to me. I don't get it, Rory. I'm not sure why that's the case.
It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Okay, we'll put that in there for now. Let's switch back over. What you got? You just sent me something?
It was just, I was looking at, just because this is a pain, somebody is alluding to a way of debugging BepInEx plugins whilst they're inside their sort of Unity hosts. I don't know that we should necessarily dive off into that now, but it might be worth an explore at some stage, because if we could actually be stepping through this, I can see our whole experience sort of being elevated to another level.
Yeah.
They say it's quite complicated to set up, but perhaps it would yield something later on, just whilst I happen to see it.
Yeah. I got to this point and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the problem is we're debugging somebody else's. Yeah, I think you're right. I am like, I'm kind of neutralized my objections to not being able to live debug, you know, through the heavy use of debug logs and patience.
Also, you know, a healthy dose of pudding clearly is of use in these situations.
Just what we need.
Hey, Pudding.
Is this the Roy show? I think it's my show. That's what Pudding says. All right, let's fix the blue fire flame thing. So we'll do that. Switching back over to TaleSpire. Let's go bring up our effects editor. Let's go add a prefab. think I got, what do I call it? Medium fire out here.
Yeah, I think that's there somewhere.
Medium fire. I'm going to take medium fire. Let's go take a look at it in here. Oh, there it is right there. Sweet. Let's go find its color. Tint color is really that. Maybe there's another place where the color is used. Yeah, I use color in a different way. I think it's in the color particle system. Can I? Well, let's see if tint color works. Oh, it does work. Sweet.
It does, yeah.
All right. I'm kind of liking that a little bit as
Cool.
the piece to indicate it. I think I want to take its overall scale and drop it down to maybe half of this, 0.5. Oh, what's happening there? Where am I? Am I in the? Oh, I'm in the particle system. It's probably not what I want. I want in this guy's scale. Huh? Not seemingly changing. So it's not that.
Is
scale.
that because this is, as you say, a particle system? So you're talking about the size of the originating
Yeah.
location, which is already just tiny.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's totally the deal. So that's interesting. So I can't scale its space that it's in like I thought I could. So what that means then is I've got to actually. It seems really bizarre. I feel like we've done this before, though, Rory. We've come into the transform. We grabbed it. We've been able to modify it, no problem. Oh wait. Well, now it's working. Okay.
Okay. Scratch previous comments then.
I don't understand that. So when I pasted it in, it had no effect. Is that because they're all the same? Look at this. It looks like I've got a bug here. This isn't changing anymore. There's all ones. All right. Well, I do like it a little bit taller. Yeah, not at all. 24.4, 1.2. I think I can work with that. That plus the flashlight I think will work. Now, I don't know if this works or not, but I'm going to try it. I remember, putting the controls down here, but I'm not sure if it actually works. So we're going to call this selection fire. That's what I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to hit save effect. And maybe it did something. It looks like it was down for a while. I'm going to switch back over to my main machine here. We're going to go find that TaleSpire effect. See, we got a third entry in there. Selection fire. Sweet. Looks like we do. Okay.
Good.
So instead of blue fire smoke, I want to get selection fire as my prefab effect. So let's go find that. That's the change I want to make right there. Okay. That's super cool.
So we have a slightly less exaggerated fire effect, to say the least, for selection.
Are you mocking my fire effect?
I love the fire effect.
I think
I just feel it's perhaps not as pinpoint as we maybe needed it to be.
I need a Roy's in trouble button on my Stream Deck right there.
Disclaimer! Mark doesn't know.
Yeah, but better than that one. Okay, so let's go back and rebuild. Okay, so did we forget anything? We've got the new color. We are not getting the mode. We're not getting the data back. But at this point, we're expecting to see some debug information to see what's going on with the. Why are we dropping a target there? Because that doesn't seem right. We're expecting to see the new fire flame there, so we don't have this crazy over the top, like what the heck is going on in our game. Yes, he does. We are all Rory.
Everybody. I feel sorry for all of you.
All right. Switching back over to the TaleSpire view. Well, I hit the button and it hasn't switched yet.
Nope. I presume you're restarting TaleSpire, given that you'll have to have built first anyway.
I am. I've just restarted it. The thing that's interesting, though, is I hit the button to switch the view, and it's not showing it to you.
We've had this a couple of times, haven't we? I'm trying to think what the pattern of behaviour was, because it did seem to sort of go away or catch up a little bit later, didn't it?
Yeah. So this is like all the stuff is working. It should be getting it. I'm going to switch to monitor and then switch back over to the other view. Oh, you know why I think it is? I think it's because I just hit disclaimer. It's not supported on this view. Let me switch back to the main one. That's why.
There we go.
Okay, so if you ever see that again, just remind me. It's
wrong scene.
I'm on the wrong scene, exactly. Okay, so now I'm going to hit select creature. Nothing happens. Oh, wait, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Delay loading.
I don't know.
See, that's interesting. That's not, unless I'm mistaken, the shadow cast by the flashlight, is it... The flame is inside of the cubes. It's not on the top surface like when you were using it previous.
Well, there it is. It depends on
where...
Oh,
there it is.
See,
Yeah.
It depends on kind of where it is. I think, what's interesting is I think I wonder if it's because the character's on top of it a little bit. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Maybe
Okay.
does something a little bit differently. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So there we go. So we've got that, and then we can say hit the set button, and then that should now go away. Okay, it works now. All we did was add debug information. Right? Well, the code did look good.
Okay. It did.
Yeah, creature select is right there. Not sure why that failed before, but it looks like it's working now. One more time. Select creature. There it is. Hit the target. Hit the select. Confirm selection is what I gotta call this other button right here. Confirm selection. I think. Switch back over here. Confirm selection. And it does the TaleSpire target set. This one's called select creature. I'm going to change this to confirm creature selection.
Okay.
Or maybe bind selected creature. Bind selected creature. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, bind selected creature. Next.
That's good, actually.
What'd you say?
That's good. I mean, it allows you to use the select creature, and then the bind is the confirming, but you might choose later on to have other commands that you want to operate against a single creature. And now the two-part gives you that extra flexibility.
All right, so we're going to say bind creature. That's what we'll call that. I don't know, maybe that's not the right word, but we'll figure that out. All right, next we need to go into our dungeon master. Oh, look at this!
Wow.
Slave creations! What was that? Fred, did you see what just went by? Rawr. Slave creations, welcome. Good to
Welcome
see you.
indeed.
We're hacking TaleSpire.
There we are.
Connecting our D&D engine over to TaleSpire. Okay, so somewhere in here, what do you want to guess? Its main window, aka 11,000 lines of code. You're welcome. All right, here we go. Target command. These are coming in here. Where's my set? Because I want something similar to set. Why don't I see set? Isn't that what it was? Yeah, it was just set right there. That's it. Am I just in the wrong place? Target command, target shown, target no players, player dead, target dead. No, these are different commands actually. These are different commands. I just happen to be in this place. Okay. Here we go.
There's one.
Close.
No, that was just slightly lower down. There.
Right there.
11257. Wow, not wrong about that 11,000.
You're welcome. Find selected creature. Now we're going to say find creature. Response. We're going to just send the response to it. Let's go see what target creature does inside of it. All right, we get the character position data, which is kind of interesting and necessary. Untargeted. Interesting. Spelled word. Untargeted. I'm going to add it. Okay. Big creature from TaleSpire ID does this, and what we want to do is something slightly different. We want to bind it, overwrite it, that sort of thing is what we want to do. So, let's go ahead and do that. We'll declare this. We'll get that character data back there. If it's null, we can't do anything with it. But if it is, we've got the ID. Next one we want to do is find the in-game creature. All in-game creatures dot to get selected. Really feel like there should be a get selected. Let's go declare it. Pretty sure the in-game creature's got some sort of state on it. Says whether it's selected or not. Is selected. Get selected. Okay. Let's just make sure there's nothing else with it selected up here. Anything else using it inside of here? Clear selection. What's this? Select. Okay. Anything else?
Toggle selected. Interesting.
Okay, cool. So we never had, we didn't have a get selected. It's good that we added it. Okay.
Yes.
Got get selected there. Okay. Clear local. And then if it's null, we'll go ahead and get out of here. Next, we need to say, hey, selected dot, what is it, ID? Something ID? TaleSpire ID is equal to character position dot ID. Let's go look at TaleSpire ID. What's my deal there? I've got Jason ignore on it. That's only for Jason. It's not for saving things out. The piece that I want to do here, though, is it's a creature. How do we save and load? Is the next question I have. This might be it. Creature from in-game creature. This is the creature's TaleSpire ID, not the in-game creature's TaleSpire ID. I think these are two different pieces. I'm just keeping them in sync here on the create when I load it.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the character DTO transfer. So this is using the old style for interfacing with Google Sheets, where we would bring in a character DTO and then copy it across, copy the properties across. It's not the newer one where we're just able to set a property and then save the value of the property out back to the spreadsheet. So we'll have to somehow get this back out to the DTO and save the DTO, I think.
Yeah.
It's harder than it looks, I think. It's probably easier than I think too, though. It's probably, it's the hard, looking for it is going to be tricky. I think we're going to have a challenge there. So, selected is the creature. Get selected. Do I really want it to return a creature? Or do I want to get... Maybe I don't. I think I want to return an in-game creature. I think I want that. I think this gets me maybe a little closer. And then, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to, what do I have here? I have TaleSpire ID. Then I've selected .creature lowercase TaleSpire ID. Like that. So at least now I'm setting them both, but I'm still not saving it out. So to save this out, that's going to be tricky. We have to go look at character DTO. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of this. It's just all that.
Ouch.
What'd you say?
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an ouch. Character DTO. Wait, it's almost even worse than this. Hold on. In-game creature. In-game creature is the thing I want to save. Hold on, it's not the character DTO. It may actually not be as hard. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Column.
Well, that's more promising.
Yeah, it feels like it's got a shot at it. So in-game creature now. So could it be as simple? Yeah, it might get really simple actually. Could it be as simple as all in-game creatures? No, it's going to be Google Sheets .save changes, and I think all we need to do is pass in selected. Wouldn't that be sweet and beautiful?
Oh, that would be so good. And I think you're right. I think that has a fair shot.
Yeah, so that's our bind creature command. So let's rebuild that. So I'm going to close this down on this machine. It's going to turn off my side lights. Because, you know, it does all kinds of things. Doing a build. Build succeeded. All right, let's start it up. I am not actually debugging. I just started it up standalone. So I guess if there's a problem, we'll have to go back and revisit it. So we got one light on over here. When the other light on the other side of my face lights up, that means it's loaded. There it is right there.
Yep.
Okay. Turn off all of those. I scroll. Close this down. Let's bring up our in-game creatures data. That's this sheet right here.
Yep.
I think it's the same as this one here. I'll close that one down so we just have one of these open. Okay, so what I'm looking for is, like, Nocturne doesn't have one. So what would be very cool is if we were to be able to come up, bring up Nocturne, which is index 2. So I'll come in here and say 2, show hide. There's Nocturne. Nocturne is now selected. You can see the blue little selection bar around it. Then, now if I go over into, on my TaleSpire side of things, right there, I don't think I have Nocturne down. Let's go find Nocturne. There he is, right there. There's Nocturne. So I've got Nocturne now down on there. Whoops. And then now what I want to do is hit the button to select a creature. There we go. I've got, I think, Nocturne. I'm going to hit bind creature. And now we are looking to see something update. But it looks like I've seen on the other machine here, nothing is updated. I was expecting to see that field. Oh, you know what though? I hit bind, but it didn't turn off yet. If we look back over here, it's still running.
True, it is still going.
So let me hit the button again. Let's just, maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. Nope, I'm hitting it, and nothing is happening. What did we do wrong? Now I'm thinking we got to step through it. We did.
Did we make a Stream Deck button with the phrase bind?
Yeah, it's not the problem is not. Well, I don't know. Let's double check. Let's go switch back over to the main.
Because I remember you writing it definitely somewhere, but I can't remember.
So right
it does
here,
say that there.
bind selected creature.
Okay.
But did we actually do something in the code to match that? Is the question. I'm now not. Yeah, there it is right there. So. TaleSpire target, we send the command in. Bind selected creature. The bind selected creature command, I think we didn't change it down in TaleSpire. If we did, we certainly didn't restart TaleSpire on the other machine. So that is going to be down in target here. Select creature. And we have a set, but we don't have a bind selected creature. So I think what we need to do is something like this. And I think we just need to do that. And then what's going on here? Asset character position. It's this. This is all the same right here. And I kind of need what happens if we get down to the end of this? What's our return? We do return API response good. Yeah, I think what I need is a return API response. Maybe not so good. I don't know. I've got an exception and I have a good. I don't have a bad. I think the way I do that is I say new API response and then I pass in the message. Basically character asset not found. Do that. And then I got to call what to string on that, I think. Okay. And then I want to refactor this. I'm kind of getting towards this. I wonder if I can extract that as a method. It looks like I can. So we're going to say return set select creature. Maybe selected creature. And then here, yeah, I think this is all good. I don't need all these debug logs in here. Okay, selected creature. So there's that. I'm not sure I need the try. Catch around it, but maybe we'll go ahead and keep the same kind of thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is actually the exact same code, I can just do this. Or if that, so that's the change to TaleSpire. All right, I'm going to take TaleSpire and shut it down on machine number 2. Do a rebuild over here on machine number 1. Rebuild all succeeded. Start up TaleSpire on machine number 2. All right, there's Noctan right there.
Okay.
Noctan.
Right, we have a knockdown. We have him on screen. We have him selected. So now we just need to set and bind.
Okay, that's good news. I hit
It went away.
Yeah.
That was good. Didn't do that last time.
Did not do that last time. You were correct.
So how is our data?
It is not killer. Not exciting to me. Okay, not updated. Well, that means we're going to step through it.
I wonder, do we, because I'm trying to think back at the way that the saving was working, and didn't we introduce the kinds of concept almost like a primary key? And I wonder if we're effectively saying save this data to the row where the primary key matches. The problem being we're trying to set a primary key. I.e., this is the thing that is unique.
Yeah, I don't think that's the issue, but we can take a look at that. Selected is the in-game creature. Let's go look at in-game creature again.
Okay.
No, it would call it indexer. It would have the indexer keyword there.
Okay. Fair enough then.
The indexer is actually just the number on the left. That's all,
sure.
all we're doing right now to keep those unique.
That's true, because we're not creating a new one. We are, in fact, looking up an existing one. We're giving it details of an existing one for it to do the update on, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, we're not looking at code at the moment, looking at TaleSpire itself.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I do that. And I've just switched it. I've hit the switch button and, guess what? Guess
Wrong scene?
Closed down the app and can't switch back. That would be me. So we'll do a bunch of this right here. I'll move that every few seconds to make it entertaining while I rebuild, while I hit run and we wait for it to start up.
Fair enough.
So here we go. Isn't this exciting, Rory? This is what the show is
absolutely
all about. That's Noctan.
Top-notch online entertainment. I'm surprised anybody goes anywhere else for any other form of entertainment, because it's just not worth it compared to this.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So anyway, there's that. Now, meanwhile, you should see lights light up here at some point in time. I hit the run button on it. Yeah, it's still starting up. It's got a debug message on machine number 1. You can zoom in there really close so you can take a look at Noctan. It's got some sort of device there. That looks dangerous.
Yeah.
What is going on with my startup? Taking a long time. Neither light's lit up. There we go. Light number 1 just turned on.
Did.
Okay. Flight number 1 is on.
We're getting there.
WebSocket connection established. Nocton's ready to kick some serious butt. Is that an ear right up there? That guy's got a serious one ear. Oh yeah, he's got some elf-like ears. Okay, you notice the lighting and TaleSpire changed a little bit.
Did, yeah.
All right, now we're up, and let's sort of hide things on the screen. Okay. Select creature. Do I have a breakpoint? That would be really good. Let's see if we can switch back over now to main monitor. Can I do it? There we go. Okay, so I want to get a breakpoint in where we are going to save the changes here. That's my breakpoint right there. So set that breakpoint.
Yeah.
Switch back over to TaleSpire. Looks like I need to, before I select, I need to bring up Knockdown. I think he's number 2. There he is right
Yep.
there. He's number 2. He's selected. Select creature, hitting the button. Right, there we are. Knockdown to find creature. Breakpoint. Not hit. Which is interesting. So, all right, it could be that we're.
So Mark, what's our UI indication that he is selected in the card at the top of the screen? Because at the moment there's no UI around it that I can obviously detect that.
Oh, you're right. I thought I checked it before I started it. It's that.
That
Yeah,
that faded somewhat. It
Yeah.
was there initially and it faded out.
You know, I hit the next button because I assumed everything would be cool, but it actually. I thought it, because there's nobody else to select, it would just stay there, but it did not stay there. Okay, so
Okay.
I may have done that. So I've got the breakpoint now in these 2 places. I think we're going to have better results. We'll find out. Switching back over to TaleSpire, activating my selection UI. There it is. Hit bind to creature. And now I've got a breakpoint over on machine number 1, but I can't switch it because I'm at a breakpoint. The app, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I see.
Well, okay, yeah. Let's continue through. Let's presume for the moment this is going to work, and it was just a small UI issue.
Yeah.
So as you step through that, I imagine that it will at least hit the Google save line. Ah, there we are. We're back across. We
Character
are looking
asset
at
not
cards
found.
not found.
So bind selected creature did not return the character asset. Let's go figure out
Okay.
why. That's going to be,
But it did fire. It was attempting to do the right thing.
yeah, it's in here, I think, is around to where we want to be. It was set. We called it set, I think. I'm just like dreading how many sets I've got if I start typing in set. There it is, the one I want though. Thank you. Okay. So here's set.
Okay.
I say off, and then I say get nearest creature. Does
I
off
wonder if, yeah.
is off problematic?
I think that if it's off, then there is nothing to be nearest to.
Yeah.
It
I
would be
think
my
that's
assumption.
Exactly it. That's exactly, I think, my problem. Okay, so what we need to do is we need a local variable for this, I think.
Yeah.
For that, a local nearest creature, then we're going to turn it off, and then we're going to say return nearest creature. Okay,
That looks good.
yeah, it looks good. I think I should be able, even though I'm running, to rebuild just this. No, it's going to say no. It's going to say no. I don't want to stop debugging, just rebuild it, but it's not doing that. What I need to do is create my own separate solution with these guys in it, I guess, to get a build while I'm still running.
Okay.
Or I close everything down. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I
late,
have
I
no
closed
idea whether
everything.
that would
I
work.
closed everything down. Too late. Too late, Roy.
Fair enough.
You got to be fast
Okay.
on this show.
You do.
Okay. All right. So let's go back in. I guess I'll just do a rebuild of everything.
As you say, rebuild of everything. TaleSpire loads up. We stick Knockdown on. Well, Knockdown's already selected on screen.
Well, he'll be cleared
And-
when we finally
Okay.
start up.
So yeah, we'll bring him back up. We'll reselect him. We'll decide to within TaleSpire we will bring up our new selection indicator.
Yep.
We will set. We will bind. And everything will work flawlessly, inserting an appropriate GUID into the Google Sheet. At which point the crowd will go wild because the awesome.
You should say this before you leave. You should tell us what's going to happen.
And then Rory exits stage left.
All right, so we're starting up. And on machine number 2, I'm starting up TaleSpire. I'm getting kind of two things starting up on two different machines at once. Closing down there, we still have the breakpoint capability. On machine number 2, starting up, loading up everything there. Alright, so select creature, hitting that button.
We have nobody selected yet on screen.
Oh, thanks, I forgot about that.
We need a Noctan. One of two, I guess, arguably.
And selected.
Okay, there we go. And selected. You have set, and now we bind.
Fine. Alright, and once again, I'm at the character asset not found still,
Ah,
is what it says. And we're out. Alright, so just switching back over to the monitor so we see if that's what we saw coming in here. So we still,
okay, null data, result 0, and error message null, but message specifically character asset not found.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So let's just, I wanted to look over. Yeah, we don't have any debug messages that are going to help us over there. So let's go look at that, see if we can figure that out. So selected creature. We check the asset by calling TaleSpire.target.set. Yeah, so I kind of see a path straight to here that makes sense. Interactive targeting mode does say creature select. If we go switch over here and look at it in the log. So we are in creature select. That's the one piece of data we have coming in with regards to this. So we look back at that code. Nether is now following. Thanks for that follow. Thank you. Good to have you with us. So interactive targeting mode is creature select. We don't have any data yet on whether flashlight is null or not, but flashlight should be non-null because it's on.
Yeah, we see it on screen. So we should be in that branch.
We should be in here returning the nearest creature. Get nearest creature. The closest to flashlight position, max distance to nearest creature in feet, and it's 10 feet. So all I gotta do is be within 10 feet of it. Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, what scope for perhaps returning a legit nearest creature, but somehow assessing it in a way which leads us to the error?
Roy, I didn't quite follow that. Say that again?
I'm sort of looking at the code that you've followed to date, going, well, yeah, that all looks pretty legitimate. So what chance we're running the get nearest creature? We are getting some return results. Some results we are turning off, and then we're returning that nearest creature. But there's something about it that doesn't qualify it. It thinks that it can't match up to something. So we've got something. It's just not the right thing, or a right thing, maybe even a right type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're definitely hitting down in this space right here.
Yeah.
So the question is, well, does get character position fail? Creature board asset. That actually looks like no matter what, it's going to return a valid character position. Yeah, because we're creating a new one. So get character position is going to be good. So this will always succeed. So the asset must be null. And let's do this. Let's throw out an error here. We're going to do a TLE for throwing out the error. Character asset not found. Okay. So we'll put that out there. So then the next point of failure that's potential is actually in the side that we can actually set a breakpoint on. Over here, bind creature, which is interesting. We didn't actually get to this breakpoint.
Right, because our response comes in having already decided character asset not found.
No, we did get to the breakpoint. Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was just thinking.
We got to it. We didn't execute the next piece. I guess. Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So our API response fundamentally has no asset.
Yeah, I want to take another. Yeah. We saw the response coming in. Yeah, it already said character asset not found. Right. So that's true. So the problem is down below, but we still don't know why and where it is. I'm going to create a new solution here, and we're going to go add those other two projects to it, so we can get a separate build of this and still debug. Create a new project. Is that the same as creating a new solution? Continue without code. Code scaffolding to get started. I don't want that. Open a project or solution.
I think you kind of want an empty solution, don't you? So you can then include projects from elsewhere.
That's what I want to do. So I guess I'm going to say new. What the? Wow. How could they not let me do that?
No. You see, when you think about it, how often have you literally wanted to do an extract project almost?
Right.
Or you know.
Yeah. No, I get it. Okay, I guess I'm going to do a console app. Give me some. Do class library here. Actually, let's do that. Oh my God! Please, why? It's like. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to remove this. Remove it. Yeah. Remove. Let's go in here. Open folder and file explorer. Oh my gosh. I just wanted that. That's all I wanted. You know what I mean, Rory?
Oh, it's not like we asked for much, is it?
Is it too much to ask? Now I'm going to come over here and we're going to open the folder, file explorer. TaleSpire Explore. Let's do it right here. So we're going to say paste, and we're going to call this TaleSpire Explore Solution. Sweet. Now I'm going to open this guy up. I'm going to go close this other one down. That just made me cry. Good thing I got my therapist on speed dial. Be able to get over that. Okay.
And Surly Dev is joining us in the house.
Surly Dev. Noisy entrance, most welcome. How you doing, Surly Dev? Okay, we don't want class library 1. Yeah, remove that. Wow. I feel like it would have been faster to go to Notepad. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Just create it. All right, so here we go. We want to go to TaleSpire Explore. Grab that one. And it's all because, so what's interesting is we're going through all these steps because simply what we want to do is I want to rebuild this and this. But Visual Studio won't let me because I'm debugging this guy right here. So So even though these are on another machine and they could build separately, Visual Studio says no. So Mark says, okay, Visual Studio, I'm going to...
Because you kind of only get one runtime environment per solution, don't you?
Yeah.
Or debug environment, I guess.
I guess so. That's Rory interrupting me from speaking badly about, the Visual Studio. Keeping me...
What, you mean
keeping me,
those awesome guys that we really like, guys and gals that we think are doing an awesome job. Well done, everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. Well done, everybody.
That's
Good
exactly
job.
what Mark meant to say.
Everybody can take a break and go home for a little bit. I think, okay, let's rebuild now. Now we're rebuilding. There we go. Rebuild all canceled, probably because couldn't copy, because I'm running it on the second machine. Let me shut that down. Let's do rebuild one more time. Rebuild solution. That looks like it's going to be a success. All right, good. Save everything. That's what I'm talking about. Now, this is our goal. Trying to get that number to change. All we're trying to do is just get a number in there. Trying to get data back in here that's good. I think all I need to do is on the second machine start up TaleSpire. And that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I like that message. Noise! Steamworks started fine. Whoever wrote that, that's my favorite dev right there. Okay. Okay, we still have Noctan selected up here. We have not restarted this. This has still been running the whole time. So I'm going to choose select creature. There it is. I'm going to hit bind creature and it goes off. We get in here. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I'm going to just hit run so you can see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
So it's actually got good data.
You've got data.
Did I
Hang on.
make any
Did we just
changes?
change nothing?
Yeah,
and
we
it
just rebuilt.
spontaneously started working?
It's a little worrisome. It's a little worrisome. It's like it's as if, we're either not keeping track of things or there's magic, something like that. What's interesting is this line of code executed as well. So I'm about to alt tab to the sheet. Do we see something? Oh, we see something.
Hey, success. And actually all we've done is extract a couple of projects to another solution, which should have had no effect whatsoever, right?
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it at all. I don't. Not sure what else, in terms of like the copy or something in the errors on the copy. Okay, so that part is now done. That's cool. So now I can come in and similarly like Agatha, let's talk about how quick that is to do that. We switch back over to TaleSpire and bring up my unique creatures. Right there, grab Agatha, put Agatha right down there. Let's also, Agatha is what? On the spreadsheet's number 6. So let's go get 6. Bring Agatha up. Agatha's selected now.
She is.
And so now I've got her selected in TaleSpire as well, although that doesn't matter for our UI. For our UI, it's simply just this button.
Yep.
And then that button right there. And
yep.
Now,
and then the magic will have added her GUID to the sheet.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the breakpoints again for a moment. And now we've got her added to the sheet. Sweet. Next, I want, when I select a creature, when I change a creature, make a creature selected, when that happens, I want to rock.
A little bit. Yeah.
The mini is what I want to do. That's my next the next thing I want to do. That's what we're working on. But Rory, I want to check in with you because you might have to leave soon. How are you doing?
I kind of do have to shuffle away.
Might be a good
little
time.
wiggle of my own.
Okay.
But I will join you again same time tomorrow. Yes.
All right, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll
All right.
maybe return back to targeting tomorrow. I think I just want to get.
Cool.
I need to get a little bit of this done here so we could do the next step in targeting, which completely lost my. It's lost my mind at this point. I'm not sure what that next step is, but
Fair enough.
we'll figure it out by tomorrow.
I'm sure we'll have it figured out by tomorrow. Okay, mate. Have a good one. We'll see you then.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right. So I want to wiggle the characters when I make when I change that selection like that. Let's go figure that out. So we can figure out what's going on with those selection change pieces. That's probably going to be in my Stream Deck commands, and I bet it's something starting with the word maybe select. That's not the one I want. Well, let's see. Let's also change so you guys can see the view of what I'm looking at. Okay, there it is right there. Looking here, I was thinking that was it, but I don't see it there. So let's instead go to the Stream Deck. And what are these buttons? Select the in-game creature. I'm not seeing anything that starts with select in-game creature. Let's come in here. So we can find it here. Select in-game creature. In a while, Pudding, you're right. We haven't done it. That's really kind of interesting. There's a little bit of a lag on the playing of that. I was like, huh. Normally we don't hear that. Maybe it's time for a new machine. Who the heck is calling this guy? Talk NPC command. Well, holy cow. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna need to rename that. Holy cow, is that a bad thing? We are up and running, right? We're debugging. I'm gonna have to stop the debug. Okay. So we've got that properly named now. Select in-game creature. That calls Dungeon Master app. Select previous or next in-game creature. Select in-game creature, previous or next. Creature to select. So at this point, we've got the creature to select. And now what I think I want to do, select creature in TaleSpire is what I want to do. I want to pass in creature to select. All right, inside TaleSpire, so to do this in TaleSpire, let's see if we can move this down here. And it's going to be something like this. TaleSpire client, send message to server. and it's going to be, I think, wiggle creature, maybe? Like that. And creature to select dot ID. TaleSpire ID. So that's the message I'm going to send out. So what's this? What's this other one? It's a float for an array of strings. Let's declare one more that just takes the string. We're going to pass in the string array that just has that one message in there. Okay. This should be stir. Okay. So now we've got a send message to server. Wiggle creature. All right, let's build that. Creatures there. It's kind of similar to this, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not sure I like all of this, but okay, this is going to be my creature ID right there. Party 4 should include Rory's face. I didn't see that pudding. Okay, to wiggle the creature, I need to go something like this. TaleSpire dot what's it? Minis. I got a wiggle command. Animate. Maybe. Creature ID, comma, wiggle, I guess. Something like that is what I'm thinking. I haven't played with animation yet, but and then say response, return API response, good. Okay. Let's go see what we can do in there. All right, so we want to first get the creature. This creature board asks, like, is there an animate option in it? Wouldn't that be sweet? How are we in? I'll look at, let's see, do I have, let's start up the main app so we can switch over. It's called an emote, that's what it looks like it's called. trigger, let's go up and do search for. Huh. It's a duplicate test. You got something for me? We're just gonna... Nope. See what else we got. I think it's there. I just didn't get to it. Can't find it. Let's see. Let me play the C# as well. All right, I think, yeah, I'm not going to find it there. Let's switch, run the second machine. Can I find anything with notes in here? Nothing with the notes. What about wiggle? No results found for wiggle. Okay, so I'm not finding emotes over here. How else am I going to find this? All right, so we'll have to figure that. We'll pause that for later, I think. Yeah, I really feel like it's got to be. Maybe we can go back in here and find it out of creature board asset here. Maybe there's another way around this. Creature, animator, animation name, attack. Is there a wiggle in here? No. Go back in the circle here is what I think they're at. Play a mode. Let's see if that works. All right, so we've got the animate. Oh, we don't want the word wiggle here. We want the word stir is what we want. Newfound Yeti is now following. Thanks for that. I'll call this animation. Or maybe call it emote. We've changed the word animate to play emote. Okay, response good. Wiggle creature, that looks good. Wiggle creature is called from this one, which all it really does is pull the first one out and calls it here. Just verifying we have the right number of parameters and added it here. Okay, so let's rebuild this. Let's shut it down, TaleSpire on machine number 2. Rebuild on machine number 1. Okay, rebuild all succeeded. Let's go jump over and start it back up. TaleSpire starting up on machine number 2. All right. Okay, let's give it a shot here. We want to bring up some characters. And then we want to select them and see if when we select them, we see wiggling. Do we see? Ooh, there we go, knockdown. Hollow. River, I'm not seeing anything, but River may not be down here. Let's double check to see if River. Where is River? There is River right there. Okay. So let's select again. Shanti River. Cool. Paula. Nice. Is it Shanti? Where's Shanti? There's Shanti right there. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Is the wiggle the animation I want? Oh, interesting. It's doing twirl, and I'm telling it to do wiggle. Interesting. So I want wiggle. And it's clearly not, it's doing a twirl, which means I must have the name wrong, is what I must have, which must be the problem. What's going on with, is it, what did you saw? Was it play emote? Wow, it didn't find emote, but it's got play emote. Start emote, this name. Start emote. So it's going to send it across all of the instances of TaleSpire out there that are connected to the game and make it wiggle across all of them. Let's see if we can find calls to this. Start animation name. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to find that. Is kind of what I think. I think it's going to have list of names. I'm not in the Discord chat. There's a list of names animation. I'm trying to wiggle. All right. I wonder if it's just a case issue. I almost am suspecting I'm almost sensing the guess. My best guess on this is it's just a case issue, and that if I switch my case back to make it lowercase. Let's see. Send message to server. Wiggle creature. Creature to select. Wiggle creature. Go over here. Yeah, I almost suspect that has got a shot at working. Let's see if that has any impact. We'll take that as our next guess here. Shutting down TaleSpire on machine number 2. Okay. We'll try lowercase and see if that works. If that doesn't, we'll probably end the show because I'm out of guesses on it. It's going to maybe involve deeper research. Okay. So I'm trying that right there. I'm going to do rebuild. Rebuild all succeeded. Starting up TaleSpire again. Yeah, where else can I find it? I'm just thinking. I did a reflection of everything. So I've got everything out here. I wonder if just the word, if I could search the word legal in here, and or emote. No results. Okay. Emote. The whole word there. Starting with TaleSpire. Loading up the level and all the forms on machine 2. Just one. Okay. All right, switching to machine 2. Let's see if we can trigger. That's still flowing. Okay, so we need to figure out what are the names of those. That's what we need to figure out. I'm going to have to jump in and dive into that. I think I'm going to end the show. Kids, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to improve targeting, get targeting to work. But not bad. We've got it so now we can drop a new creature out on the board. Like right now, the process of adding a new creature is not bad. We could say, let's see. Asset C. I have to go to build mode. Can I drop down non-unique creatures? I guess I have to go switch to build mode to do non-unique creatures. There's Serdov. And back over on machine number 1. Do I have Serdov? I do not have Serdov. Not that I can see. Serdov's a frost giant. So let's just try adding Serdov quickly and see what it takes to add Serdov. So there's Serdov right there. Frost giant. Friendly. Let's grab some sample data. Pop them down in there. And make that 39. So Serdov's 39. So I've added him to the spreadsheet. I'm going to re-import that data. Okay, just added those in. So now it's part of the in-game creatures. That means I should now be able to say, okay, 39, show or hide. Serdov, Frost Giant, is in. Okay, Serdov is in, and now with Serdov in, I want to now come over here, and I want to say, let's select him and bind. And now within bound, I should be able to, the binding, I also want to have some visual feedback there so he spins around on the bind. But now, back over here on the DM page, I should be able to now select Serdov. We should see Serdov spin. There we go. All right, so Serdov gives us a spin as well. So it's not too bad. It's about basically a minute to add a brand new creature, to bind it, and then now it's ready to play. Okay, with that, let's end the show. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Let's get a raid going here. Who's out there? I'll send you over to Coded Live. Have a good day, everybody.